Whenever we talk about running an AC on solar panels, the first question that comes up is this: how many solar panels are needed to run an AC? So first, you need to understand that the power consumption of an air conditioner is different in every case. Whether you have a 1 ton, 1.5 ton or 2 ton AC, the power consumption of all three will be completely different. And if we talk about technology, window ACs have different consumption and split ACs have different consumption. So you cannot say for any particular AC that it will need a fixed number of solar panels. However, in the case of solar ACs, we already know that a 1 ton AC needs around 1 kilowatt of panels. A 2 ton AC needs around 2500 watts of panels, and a 1.5 ton AC needs around 2 kilowatts of panels. But when we talk about the ACs that are already installed in our homes, the situation becomes completely different and you may face some difficulty in selecting solar panels accordingly. The best way is to choose solar panels based on a grid-tied system. If you have already installed a grid-tied system, then you only need to use solar panels to reduce your electricity bill. Let us take an example. Suppose you have installed a 3 kilowatt system under subsidy at your home and then you installed an air conditioner after that. Now if your AC alone consumes 15 units of electricity in a full day, then the complete power generated by your 3 kilowatt system will be used by the AC itself. Because a 3 kilowatt system can generate around 15 to 17 units of electricity. Now if you also need extra solar panels for your home load, then you have to calculate your total consumption over 24 hours. Here 15 units are used by your AC, and if 10 units are used by other home appliances, then your total requirement becomes 25 units per day. Now these 25 units will require at least a 5 kilowatt solar system. If you only wanted to reduce the AC bill, then a 3 kilowatt system was enough. You can pay for the extra 10 units. But if you want to make the bill completely zero, then based on your total calculation, you can install a 5 kilowatt system. But when it comes to an off-grid system, where the goal is not just to reduce the bill, you need to run your AC properly using an inverter, batteries and solar panels. In that case, you need to check how much power your AC is consuming. For example, suppose you install an AC in your shop which runs from 8 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Its power consumption will depend on the technology. If you are using an inverter AC like I have, then it will run at full load initially. At that time, a 1 ton AC consumes around 1.5 kilowatts of power and a 1.5 ton AC consumes around 1.8 to 2 kilowatts of power. So if you want to run the AC with an inverter and batteries, then for a 1 ton AC you will need at least 2 kilowatts of solar panels, because 2 kilowatt panels generate very little power in the morning and evening, but they generate more during the day. In this way, in the morning your AC will run using both solar power and battery power. As solar power increases and AC consumption decreases, your batteries will start charging again. And after the batteries are charged, when sunlight reduces after 3 in the afternoon, your load will again run on battery plus solar. So this is how you should select solar panels. Here also, you need to look at total consumption in terms of units. If your AC consumes 15 units, then you need at least 20 units of solar generation, because 15 units will be used by the AC itself. The extra 5 units will be used to charge the batteries. With 5 units, you can charge around 3 lead acid batteries. And if we talk about lithium, then a 48 volt 100 ampere hour lithium battery can also be charged with about 5 units. Because lead acid batteries have higher power loss, I do not recommend them for running an air conditioner. If you want to run a heavy load like an AC, you need to make your system efficient. This can be done with a hybrid system and lithium batteries, where power loss is low and the AC runs smoothly. If you are looking for an inverter for a 1 ton AC, then in transformer based options you can consider UTL, Gamma 3400, Aproton 3200, or go for a 3 kilowatt hybrid inverter from Day Company, UTL or Eastman. And if you want to run a 1.5 ton AC, then you should only choose a hybrid inverter of around 3 kilowatts, which is available from UTL, Eastman and many other brands. And if you want to run a 2 ton AC, then you will need a 5 kilowatt hybrid inverter. So now you should have a clear idea of how many solar panels are needed to run an AC. Let me quickly remind you again. If you use a grid-tied system, then you should install panels according to your unit consumption to reduce your electricity bill to zero. If you want to run it on inverter and batteries, then for a 1 ton AC use 2 kilowatts of panels, for a 1.5 ton AC use 3 kilowatts of panels, and for a 2 ton AC use 4 to 5 kilowatts of panels. And for solar ACs, there is no need to explain much as they come in a combo. A 1 ton AC comes with around 1 kilowatt panels and a 1.5 ton AC comes with around 1.5 to 2 kilowatts panels. If you still have any confusion about this, you can ask in the comments.